Okay, hi everybody. So in this video, I'm doing an NBT Q&A. My first NBT video did really well, so thanks to everybody for watching that. And I'm glad that it actually helped some people. However, on the video, there was a lot of comments that I didn't manage to answer. And also, I got Instagram DMs that I also couldn't answer all of them. But I decided that I'm just going to make one video where people can watch, and if they have any more questions they can just comment it on this video and then I will actually answer it. Okay, so question number 1. Are you allowed to use calculators? No. You are not allowed to use calculators, scientific calculators or normal calculators. But I wouldn't be too worried, because whenever they say you can't use a calculator, there's usually not a need for one. So you won't be asked to do anything that requires a calculator. So remember, the NBT is just there to test your knowledge as a whole. If there are some basic things that you still need a calculator for, I would suggest that you try and fix that before writing the NBT. Otherwise, you're really gonna struggle. Okay, so somebody else asked, did I make it into university? Which is a fair question, because I mean, I wouldn't want to listen to somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about, you know? So, last year, 2020, I studied BSc IT, and then I just studied for a year. So then I left with a certificate saying that, okay, she knows blah blah blah, and I did quite well. I passed the year cum laude, even though I don't really want to do IT anymore. And this year I'm studying at Stellenbosch. I'm studying BSc again. I'm studying BSc Molecular Biology and Biotechnology. Yeah, but it's really nice and I enjoy studying at Stellenbosch. Hey, I heard you can write the NBT from grade 11. Yes, that is true. I personally wrote the NBT after I was done with grade 12. However, you can write in grade 11. It's good practice. You should know enough to write, and also if it didn't go that well the first time, you know what to expect the next time, and also you are allowed to rewrite again after matric or during your matric year. Okay, anyway, something that I forgot to mention as well is I actually wrote the NBT twice. Once when I was still in high school, and then once afterwards. I needed the NBT for finishing my matric, and then also for applying to go study IT, and then I got in there with those results. But I also rewrote. I didn't know that the NBT results expired after 2 years. I thought that whenever you apply somewhere different, you had to rewrite it again if it was going to be in another year. So my first results were still valid, but I went to go rewrite anyway, and then I realized that it wasn't necessary, but I did rewrite. The first time I wrote under completely normal COVID-free settings in a classroom at Stellenbosch University in the arts building, and then the second time I wrote the NBT online with like this responders lockdown thing. How far in advance should a person start preparing for the NBT, and do you think 2 weeks is enough? This is going to vary between person, because if you are so amazing in math and your English, you're basically a dictionary, yeah, then 2 weeks is more than enough for you. However, in general, I don't think that two weeks is enough. If you are still in school preparing to write for the NBT, you should definitely designate an hour a day or so, a good far enough in advance to prepare for the NBT. However, if you are done with school and the NBT is the only thing that you are currently doing, 2 weeks could possibly be enough to prepare. However, in those 2 weeks you kind of feel stressed and pressured, and then maybe I still think you should give yourself as much time as possible. Okay, I had a few people ask me, was there any Euclidean geometry? Look, Euclidean geometry is a lot of rules, a lot of theorems, and honestly there wasn't actually a lot of Euclidean geometry. When I tried to answer, I always sat and thought, did I see a circle? But I can't recall. But just know it in case. It's not gonna hurt you to just prepare for the worst case scenario. Another math lit question. Even if you do, there's a lot of pure math stuff, but if you do math lit, do they include that? As I said, if you do math lit, you're probably not gonna need to write the MAT, so don't worry about the MAT. But the only people that I know of that have to write the MBT is like science or engineering or like law people. And it's like, in the rarest of scenarios, maybe you would have to write the MAT, but then I would just suggest preparing well. But if you're only planning on doing the AQL, I don't, they're not gonna ask you any pure math stuff. But if you apply to Stellenbosch this year, it's only the Faculty of Law and School of Tomorrow students that need to write the MBTs. I can't answer this question because every university now has their own standards and new updated rules because of COVID. And I don't know if there's going to be another lockdown. The reason that students were excused from writing the MBT last year was because of COVID, because a lot of people couldn't, a lot of people didn't even have school, you know, but I can't speak for this. I also saw something like that on Stellenbosch's website, but when I was having when I was provisionally accepted to Stellenbosch and then I was attending all the online calls and seminar stuff, students asked the professors or like the administrators, should we have written the MBTs? And not even they were sure. So, but they did say, write it just to be safe. So that's my advice. If you're not sure, just go the extra mile. Is the MAT test similar to the maths Olympia test? Okay, so I wrote this very long ago, so it did take me a while. I did have to think for a while before I answered. However, I can't speak for similarities because the MBT test is going to be different every single time. And also, whenever I wrote both times when I wrote the MBT, I had to like keep my mind controlled to like remember things for 3 different tests. However, I can say that if you wrote the Maths Olympia test and you scored above 60, the MBT math shouldn't be an issue. The only thing that is a bit that might catch you is that where the Maths Olympia test, it can be more numerical. The MBT focuses more on your knowledge and understanding. Okay, the course I applied for is BA in Drama and Theatre Studies. So why is it compulsory for me to do the MBT test if I'm not going to use it in my course? Okay, if you happen to be watching this video and you are here right now, you are definitely going to use it in your course. Even though BA is sort of made fun of a lot, BA degrees are very highly focused in language. You have to be very, very strong in language. That's why you have to write the AQL. The AQL, they just want to know that you can do basic math and that you are strong with your English or with your Afrikaans, depending on the language to take it in. She also commented, I got signed up for both MBTs and I would like to change. Is that possible? It is, but I'm not sure now if it's too late. If you do change your mind, you can change things. If I remember correctly, I really don't know. Let me just answer quickly. I don't think you can change now. That's hectic. I feel a bit bad now because I didn't see that at all. But yeah, that's why I'm making this video. Okay, anyway. Okay, I'm an international student, so obviously the curriculum is different and I'm freaking out. Okay, I would too. But what I would recommend doing is, there were 2 sites I recommended in my previous video. The one is Advantage Learn and the other one is Olico Math. And there's a third one a site that I know that offers MBT help that I would vouch for, and it's called Onyx Education. Onyx, one of those, but I will insert images and links in the description of this video. They offer MBT crash courses And also, so Onyx Educate offers an NBT crash course. Advantage Learn offers a full course to help you with the NBT. And Olico Math is just a math practice workbook. I would recommend doing the most and then seeing where you end up. Also depending on what your budget is. So some of those, Advantage Learn is definitely the most expensive. Olico Math is the cheapest because it's free. So see how the math looks for you. And if you feel like you can do it, then maybe just go to the crash course with Onyx Educate. But if you feel like this is just gibberish and you don't know what the hell's going on, maybe vouch for both and then definitely get the package thing from Advantage Learn. Also speaking under correction, because I don't know if any of those places, websites still do those things, but whatever is still available, I'll put it in the video. Am I allowed to have a paper where I will be calculating on without using a calculator? Then somebody said apparently no. My friend wrote hers and they told her to get rid of the extra sheet. This one's weird to me because when I was writing online, I could not see any face besides myself. Like the screen had like the NBT questions and stuff on there, and on the screen was just my face. Like I didn't see other people, I couldn't hear other people. I'm not even sure how, I wasn't even sure how to communicate with somebody if I did have a question. Secondly, I did have a piece of paper there and they never told me anything. So I don't know why your friend would have been asked to get rid of the extra sheet. Maybe I thought it looked suspicious, I don't know, but you are generally allowed to have an extra sheet for working out purposes, unless they change the format of the NBT where there's no working out required, which I highly doubt. So my recommendation would just be to confirm with the NBT people what the rules are, because it seems a bit controversial right now. Okay, so the last question on my old video was, did you say if you don't meet the requirements on your matric and if you pass the NBT really well you can get in? No, I did not say that, no. What I said was the NBT can be the difference, but that difference can go either way. So basically, if you do average in matric, but then you get a low mark for your NBT, that's a reason for them not to accept you. However, if you did poor on your matric results, or whatever you applied for, maybe your final results, yes, then, but you did really well on your NBT, then they could consider you. Maybe they would consider you. But that's also why the NBT is so stressful for many students, because it could mean that difference. It's really important to do well and try again if you don't do well. However, the final decision is up to the universities, and I can't speak for them or say what they're going to do or expect. So I would really try to contact wherever you're trying to apply, and also look at the requirements for admission. That's also something very important that people don't do. And then there was another comment, are you allowed to have a page and a pencil when writing online? As far as I know, yes. I do not know why people will tell you otherwise, but as far as I know, yes, you are allowed to do that. But do check their rules and guidelines, what they say in whatever email they send you. Okay, so those were all the comments on YouTube. So now I'm gonna go over to Instagram. Somebody asked me what time did I write the NBT, but I can't confirm that. They will send you a time. They should send you a time, but it should be in the morning if you're writing the AQL, and then the MAT should proceed like about 30 minutes afterward. They give you a short break. Somebody asked for worksheets. The thing is, one, I don't have those worksheets anymore. Two, the Advantage Learn worksheets worked to correspond with their videos. So if you didn't watch the videos, you wouldn't be able to do the worksheets. However, I will do some research and try to include some more stuff into the description down below. So have a look there, and then I'll see what I can do put down there. So yeah, okay, so that was basically it, and that was also just the gist of the questions. If you have any more questions, please comment them down below on this video or the old one. I have been looking into more resources and more things that could be done to help you guys, because the MBT, when I was writing the MBT for the first time, it was in 2019, and there was no resources, no help, nobody that I could ask that knew about it, not even my teachers. So it's very, very hard. There's more help now, but it's also financially straining. Okay, so I didn't make an outro for this video, and I'm actually sick right now, so I just wanted to say thank you again for watching this video, and I hope that everybody stays safe and stays healthy, and good luck with applying to university. I wish the best for all of you. Bye.